Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I've spent entirely too much of the day procrastinating from my duties, and just now, finally, have enough chores and such done that I may leap back into my linguistic puzzle darling, and I am so very grateful for that. I'm sorry if I'm a little late in the day here, but hopefully there's still time to learn the secrets as I fiddle with the base of my microphone, the secrets of the chosen ones. Let us launch right back into it. Or perhaps it will not be allowing me to press a button, which I am doing. I am doing even now. Okay, it's not frozen. Let's restart it, shall we? That'll be fine. Boop. I was too selfish with how long I made Chants of Sennaar wait for me. And now it's returning the favor, and that's fair. I deserve this. Hey, nice to see you there. It's all your fault. Hardly. A tasteful Githyanki underwear, though. I can't imagine anything looking better on a aged, white-haired warlock. It's still not working. Strange. Try one more restart, perhaps, and then I will restart my Xbox entirely. I will also yank the controller here. 1 second. Hello. It is so nice to see you there. I thought perhaps I might have missed a few of you. I'm so glad that's not the case. Though I apologize for keeping some folks up entirely too late in their respective time zones. Okay. It's not going to happen. Interesting. Now that the stream is not tied to my Xbox directly, I feel like I could continue the stream and just restart it, but I'm not sure if that works. So let's give it a shot. And if it fails entirely, I'll restart the stream, and that'll be fine too. 1 second. I'm so sorry. Restart. Let's see what happens. I don't know if it's going to continue showing me in my little corner. It's one small advantage to not having the stream be tied directly to the console. Ah, my eyes! The brightness of these test bars. There. Oh, it's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. Don't look at my gamer score. No, stop. Stop what you're doing. Now the controller is rightfully off because of my restart. Okay. Small advertisement for Fallout games there. Really? Really? That is strange. I'm not sure why it's decided it doesn't want us to partake. And I'm also not sure why, with the full restart, it didn't start the game from the beginning. So maybe I should close the game and then restart. I don't know what it's doing. Getting the technical nonsense out of the way early, yes, that's important. Hello. It is early morning where you're from, around 5 a.m. Good morning. It's so nice to see you there. Hopefully the game will begin in time. Aha! We found the key to success. All right, my apologies. Back to the gardens. Oh, that was interesting. It said like 70-something, 76 out of 180. I didn't see it well enough to make these bold claims. We're back. Thank you for your patience. All right, last time we stopped ourselves from satisfying our boat curiosity. Now we indulge. My boat curiosity is satisfied. And there's the cute little fishies, which I also like. Well, thank you for the gifted sub. That is so kind of you. These must be our first ambassadors of the Chosen. Hello. 'Tis I. The outsider. Alright, so we do know one of these. I wonder if that's like a hello equivalent? Though I don't know much about their culture yet to know if, like, say, outsiders are supposed to be here. And it might be a gasp or halt. But they seem pretty calm, so maybe that's a hello. Also, this seems like another... the, like, 2 dots flanking either side. We know that 2 dashes on either side means something is, like, not a negative. So I wonder if it's a similar vehicle for the dots. We don't really know yet. That is not warrior. Something something not. Plural, warriors plural. Warrior plural. We know so little about their language. See if we can find any toe holds here. Like perhaps the translation for the word toe holds. That will get us pretty deep into the culture. Oh, hey.
Oh.
Alright, referencing something in the same way with a different modifier at the end each time. No idea what that is. Interesting. So this looks like love, perhaps beauty or vanity or just mirror. Just the word for mirror up at the top. And then either like me or heartbreak. A heartburn, perhaps. A disgruntled word that has little to no gruntles. That is kind of a weird set to start with, because we know that this person has the mirror. So one of these words has to mean beauty, vanity, etc. I would want to assume it's the middle one, but that is a complete assumption. It just seems like the most complex of the symbols to imply a word or a concept like beauty. Let's see what they have to say. Nothing. Antlers don't snitch. Gotcha. You there. Also do not snitch, okay? Your water seems, on one hand, beautiful. Like, what a lovely golden color. On the other hand, could I see some blueprints or diagrams of your sewage treatment system up here? Because I'm beginning to wonder if I should perhaps have like a cloth mask across my nose due to your streaming golden waterways. Hi.
Ooh.
Chosen... So they're also saying that, like, J combined with an H kind of thing, as well as the arrow pointing rightwards. I do not quite know. We have a lot of options, and not really any definitive answer. Because I would need all 3 of them to be correct before I know for sure. I'm feeling like this is a qualifier, not a direct word. This was used both by the person looking in the mirror and the person painting both of these. So it kind of feels like those would be more lead-up descriptive words and not necessarily a concept. And we also have to keep in mind what we learned back on the opening board, that their language is like slightly reversed, or said in a front-to-back manner. The only new one we got from that is this. So it's like the J, H, and the D/N with a cute little dot on it, a beauty mark, if you will, are probably descriptive words, and this would be like, what, mask or scare? Frighten, but they're like enjoying it. So it's not fear in a traditional sense. It would be fear in a performative sense. It's a bit of a leap, but that's like the best one that we know. This symbol is the new one related to him, so let me just say fear to give us a starting point for that one. I don't necessarily know if this, like, this would indicate fear. It doesn't really seem to be. Seems to be more of a sadness or a sense of loss. Thank you. Alright, ooh, this is important. So, beauty, the mirror symbol, is like this, perhaps reflection, even, in its symbolic form. Let's say, do we want to just call it mirror and not make any bold conclusions? It may be beauty, but we'll try to just keep that connection in our head. And then let's place it there. Music? Perhaps? The lilt of notes scrambling off to the upward right. I like it. I accept. And then what would this be like? Happy mask. Is that joy? Is it comedy, laughter? Let's just call it happy, or let's call it joy, since it's so fewer characters. Neither of which, neither music nor joy appear to be on this page. I need to figure out what love means. What's this? Some sort of tree wang I've collected. It's very bulbous on the top. It's not polite to mention when you meet a new tree wang for the first time. You shouldn't immediately criticize the bulbousness of the top. But here we are. Fear in a performative, enjoyable sense. Who'd be bonkers enough to enjoy scary things? I haven't the foggiest. I don't know who'd be into some sort of, like, horror podcast, or I don't know. I have no clue. Alright, so they're playing music. Let's see if we're correct. Hi. Music. Something is plural something. And you have no idea what. Alright, similar concept between that, like, JH we've seen previously and this new JY, for lack of a better word. So those might be slightly connected ideas. And it gives us new symbols. These are very complicated, or like subtle, vague ideas, it seems. Hi seems to be this one that we've seen from quite a few people. I don't know if music versus, like, musician? That doesn't when we've had to, like, point out instrument versus music in prior languages, it seems to be very direct. Like, I would say this is musician if he was playing the harp and there were notes or a waft of air rising, and that's where the definition was. I would say that was music, but this seems to be more like just musician, which I don't know if we have yet. It could be music, but I don't feel like it is. And then that doesn't seem like fear either. That seems more like slight suspicion or curiosity. There are like the exclamation lines coming out, like, so maybe stronger than curiosity. I'll find a foothold. Oh, cute monkeys! Hi. Hi, cute monkeys. What's this? Alright, not. Mirror chosen. It gives us 2 new ones as well. Complicated seeming concepts. And what craves the monkey? Fruit. The monkey is desperate for Wang. Yeah, sure. Enjoy my eggplants. Alright. Strange. The only time we've ever seen the magnifying glass used as a symbol in the game is with the scientists. And that looked, from the dramatic play act of it, like they were rejecting science. Like, the chosen are not scientists. We do not like science. So the question is there a word for, like, science, or is one of these the word for, say, scientist? Because that would tell us the general shape of what they call people, which would be very, very important. I guess we already have warrior confirmed. And it's sort of a curvy situation. This one also looks the most like a magnifying glass, if it had to mean scientist, but that's not really any indication of anything. Like, this does not necessarily look like a warrior. So I don't know. Is this like an unlimited fruit, or are you gonna get mad at me? Yeah, play it again, Sam. So, rejecting science, more like embracing nature, or gardening, and then I have no idea what the last one would mean. So one of these must mean nature and or beauty. And the fact that the JH is in all of them, again, makes me think it's more of a common word, and perhaps beauty is this symbol? But let's say, nature, as it is specifically a flower. Symbolism. This one's much, much more difficult to decipher, which is actually really fun. I like it. Okay. Thanks, monkey. Well, assumedly we can come back. Ooh, are there more? I'm out of Wang fruit, you see? I should be careful. Every time I look at these, it unlocks the new symbols, and then I'm gonna have a bunch of new symbols and not know where they came from. So I shouldn't look at any more monkeys if there are any. And we will find some fruit for you, good sir. It's a weird thing to say out loud. I shouldn't look at any more monkeys if there are any. There's one on the far side. Alright. So we have at least 3 monkey stands that are chock full of information, none of which I'm deciphering. And we will keep our eyes on the trees for additional fruits of their labor. Alright, blocked door. Let's go out the top then. never quite sure what to call the, like, compass directions when something is in this sort of isometric angle. So it's like, is this north? Am I going north now? And this would be east? It's the best way I have to quantify it, but I'm not sure if that's correct. Because now it's like, this is north, and this is east. I'm never sure. But that also seems to align with what we saw in the previous screen. Alright, so mirror... I really need to know what that JH is. That shows up everywhere. And it seems to be something like shows, or... It's like not a specific word, it is a transitional word. A descriptive. Alright. Was there any other path we have not taken yet? Not seen any fruit in the trees here. Did yours change any? I want to say that's hello, but did I not mark it? I just placed it in the hello side. Let's mark it. I'm assuming that is some sort of greeting. So we know that whatever the JH is, it can be pluralized, because I think it came after the subject on the translation sign out front. So, chosen peoples. I think that would just be quantified by chosens. So I don't know what this middle word is. Mirror. Like, nobody can be talking about a mirror that much. So I think it has to be a wider concept than this. Like, this must be beauty, say. Because a painter could be talking about beauty as much as someone looking in a mirror with fair cheekbones could be talking about beauty. So just to make sure I don't get confused, let me swap this out. My best guess... I completely forgot how to spell beauty for a second there. I had to have Jim Carrey say it in my mind. I'm sure I'm not alone in this. Keep an eye out for those additional dangling wanglings. Yes, it's very important. I'm so glad to be with you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I've gotta figure out what that central symbol is. Somebody must know. Alright, where have I not been? This kind of seems to always loop back around. Ah, fruit. Perfect. It'll teach us something new from our gracious monkey host. That glittery water sometimes looks like when there's an interactable item hiding and they give you that little sparkly ping. So, east or west monkey? West monkey? Oh, I hear you. I hear you. See what's over here. By all means. Enjoy the non-bulbous tip of my fruits. Alright, so the warriors do something. Something about a saw. And something about music. Or perhaps an instrument. Each of them have or possess something, like the final symbol of the three. Like, warrior has a sword. Whoever this is has a tool, a saw, and chosen have instruments. So the fact that they all possess something makes me think that the H would be the has, holds, to have and to hold. So let's say hold on that one. And then we could say that this would be instrument, perhaps? Just need to get some words out here, even if they're wrong, to start, like, sussing it out in the sentences, in the dialogue. Okay, instrument is what the chosen hold. Weapon is what the warrior holds, so the curvy Hilton logo here, weapon, let's say. Weapon, warrior hold. And then, I don't know who this is. Is it like the chosen's word for devotees? The only other classification of people we've met? And they hold tools, say. Because everyone else is like a class of people. So let's say that the Z with an ass on it is the chosen word for devotee. Though they call themselves devotees, the warriors called them impure. There must be another word that the chosen call them. But for now, devotee is the most kind thing to call someone. What they have named themselves, I feel. And they hold tools, which is sort of like a little pile of ice cream, and is making me quite hungry. Tool. I was trying to call them nice things, and now I'm just calling them tools. So weapon, warrior hold, tool, devotee hold, instrument, the chosen hold. Possibly. Now, have I missed any fruit? Because it feels like we don't have access to new areas. Except that this door did open. And now it's closed again? Why did you open? Was it something I did over here that made you happy? I'll make you happy, Daddy. Have a bite of fruit. Yeah, you enjoy that. You enjoy that fruit, and I'm just gonna race to the doorway. Perhaps they went for water, and I just missed them going in. Let's follow them and see what happens. This also seems to be like a blue mask, darker robes. That seems to be the person that is holding the tools. So there's some sort of like named helper class. And it may not be devotees. It's probably a new word. But I'm gonna slip on past you. Thanks very much. Thank you so much. Alright, so we're filling up the golden water, which I'm sure is quite potable indeed. And not straight from the sewer lines. Aha! Lovely. We have a fast travel foothold in here. Something I've been hoping for. Also some scattered runes on the ground. No conversations happening here. Alright. What do we got? Sweet. A puzzle. My favorite. There we are. Okay. Got a thick line. Probably over here. Someone's clasping hands in friendship. This looks like a devotee, chosen mix. I sought you, you found me. This is exactly what we need. So, I sought you. How would Yoda say that? Sought you? I did. Nature is clearly wrong. Okay. You found me. What? The one we based that off of is like the chosen, I think. Or maybe it's one of the helpers bending down to embrace a flower. And it has to apply to one of these. So nature is clearly wrong. I sought you. I think would be like you I sought. So is the JH the individual label? Me, I. Let's just try this. And then JY would be you, not I. Which makes sense, because there's an I for I and a Y for you. Again, you shouldn't just see shapes and make a bunch of assumptions, but we're making a bunch of assumptions off the shapes. Okay, I and you. You I sought. Or seek? Something similar? I sought you, you I seek. You found me. You found. So this 3 shape should be found. And maybe there was another symbol in the flower box up there that will make more sense as nature or beauty. You I seek. You found. I don't know if that's correct. Sounds a little tenuous at best. But we do have a journal page, so that will help. Alright. So, seek. Seek or want. Found. I. And you. Perfect. You and me, seek and find. That will help us so much. There's the J we've been looking for. I'm always out here looking for a J, if you know what I mean. It's very shape-sumptuous of me. Yes, it was. And I apologize. Okay, I need to know what to call them. What do the blue-masked folks prefer? Alright, we have a symbol that it seems to not be interactable. There it is. Instrument plural. That makes sense. Instruments made here. Lovely. Okay, maybe it is the entire concept of drama and theater and performance. And there's exactly what I was talking about. Instrument versus music. Perfect. I always give you that little wisp of musical air that really helps. Well, why is one of the masks so sad if this just means comedy? I'm confused. We're finally getting a foothold. This is great. That appears to go down. That appears to go up. I guess let's go down. No, this looks complicated. Let's leave immediately. So that kind of seems to be like a place. Usually big symbols on the walls of things is like the market where instruments are made. Apparently I can go no further. So what would this place be labeled? Or is this like the underneath of the place that should be labeled? Let's get a peek up top and see. This could just be a basement. Alright, it's a plaza? Yeah, there's that symbol again. It's a gazebo. It is... are you looking at? What's everybody looking at down there? Something me, something me. Oh, mercy me. You seek want. I need to know what the dots are. Some sort of qualifier. I'm gonna call this Plaza until we know for sure. At least put something down. And I still need to get back to these. I do not know what that, like, suspicious look is. Perhaps it's this. But we'll get there. So, from the way they're all gathered around, it almost feels like they dropped something in the water, and it fell down this tube, which could also more accurately be called a grate, because it's so great. And there's something shining in that pool down there, so if I can get past the door or around to the other side of it, I can retrieve whatever they have dropped. Fair enough. This is so satisfying. I love the mechanisms of this game. And especially the feeling of victory and joy that comes from deciphering it. So, directions on a sign. Obviously, some of these are places. Does the plaza have a dot underneath it? Yeah. So these two also both have dots. Underneath it, they must be places. Therefore, 2 would be like the V symbol at the front. 2, the flame area. And 2, the hot air balloon race. So let's say 2. I don't know what those places are until we get a peek at them. It's a lot of tools. It's a lot of that one symbol. Okay, I've got the tongs. Did anyone need their nipples tweezed, or... No, just me? Just me? I'm not gonna make a reference for that one. Don't worry. Don't worry. You know me. I wouldn't. Okay. So the word for saw is crossed out. That almost makes me think it's like they seem to have very specific individual words for things. Is this tong specifically? Plural tongs? There might be a better word for this. A more accurate description. And then this would be one hammer. A non-plural hammer. And so if there are specific words for each tool, these aren't just a collection of tools, does that mean this is the symbol for saw? That we saw them holding a saw specifically in the little monkey play box. It could match up with what is scratched out there. So let's call this saw. And if it turns out to be sounding more vague than that later, we'll backtrack. Perfect. Saw. Hammer. And a tong. Plier. That's the word. That would be the word. Pliers, saw, hammer. Lovely. Thank you very much. You have seen a saw. That's correct. One hammer, many tongs. Hello, you caught one of my streams. Indeed. It is so nice to see you there. Welcome to the live fun. And thank you for the gifted sub as well. That is incredibly kind of you. Every time I say gifted subs, in my mind, I'm picturing sandwiches and I am so hungry right now. It's been a long day without any sandwiches whatsoever. So when I say thank you for the gifted sub, and then I start sort of, sensually drooling at you, I just want to be clear that there's a whole host of processes going on leading to this, though I am quite aroused by your presence. Don't get me wrong there either. Okay, so I need to pick a specific tool. I've just now noticed that I'm putting them down every time I pick up a new one. I was like, yay, tool collecting! But it turns out I was the tool all along. So it's like, does this guy need a specific tool? What can I get for you, my love? Not hammer. Me hold not. I do not hold the hammer. And I sure would like to. I assume they're saying. Let's grab this hammer. Yes, that's the one. Thank you for... It was like buying a bottle of wine at a restaurant and they allow you to smell the cork. Like, yes, that is the hammer I want. Please pour it. Here you go. Well, you're just in time then. You walk into, I'm quite aroused by your presence. Don't get me wrong. Alright, hello. Something, you something. What did you call me? It could be like a... something you... thanks? Probably not. Or like, yeah, you can use the boat. Go, you can. That's probably the you can use the boat. Alright, so that, hopefully, taking the boat will lead us to deciphering the next two locations on those signs. I really would like to figure out what you were saying before that. Nope. Stay on chosen language. I have a lot, like I'm collecting so many symbols that I have no clue for. Is that like the, is that like a question? I feel like there would be a better way to portray question. But like I'm wondering if in the way that the dash on either side is not, if the dots are like, this is a question. Because there must be something similar to that, but I don't think it's a close enough match just yet. Let's go, we can, and find out the names, rather, of these locations. Or the locations of the names. Whatever works. Just go, bro. You handed me a hammer. The boat is now yours. What a trade. I mean, this was your hammer, to be clear. They refuse to let you drink the wine unless you correctly pronounce its name without practicing first. Oh, come on. I smelled your cork. Isn't that enough? You want more from me? We're still looking for one more fruit. I cannot forget. In my insatiable lust for new areas to explore, to remember to grab some fruit. I love these little automatic fanners. Though it does make me wonder if at one point all the folks that are carrying the wine and saws around had to do that manually, and that makes me want to stab all of the chosen in the butt cheeks. But it's fine. I feel that way about so many things. Alright, something flamey. To the plaza. Great. And something round. Let's start with something flamey, shall we? Don't mind if I do. Alright. You know that old drinking song? Ah, plural me plural. Okay. I'll come back around to you. Enjoy your time. Alright, so this is definitely the place. Looks very fancy. Comedy. You? What are you saying? I look like a joke? Do I look like a joke to you? Again, that makes me wonder if it's like... if a man standing outside a comedy theater says, "Hey, do you like comedy?" The two dots would definitely be like a question mark. And I'm tempted to just put that in and see if it pans out. Because it could be so desperately wrong. And damaging to my future progress. Were you on the... Let's put an emoji in. Sure. Question. Boop. And then... What would that be? Third symbol? Would that be like or love? Love-like? It's enough about my love life. Perhaps? Desire? Will you pay for? Comedy you pay for? I think that would be what I say. Comedy you like? Alright. Can we get in here? No. Locked. So a place where they do comedy. And comedy seems to also, in this language, apply to drama as equally. Would be a theater. The theater. Let's say... No, not there. Stop. Stop! You're ruining everything. With your beefy thumbs. The theater. Sure. Alright, we'll have to come back with some item. He's got that puzzle symbol, meaning we need to give him something. Maybe a ticket to the theater. I came down the walkway, right? So this lower stairwell is new. Let's do that before we go further to the east. It's a new... Interesting, the dot is on the right side rather than below. So it's not necessarily a place. What would be that backwards H? And this would go to the plaza? Nice. Hey, can you tell me what this backwards H is? Is this just like up to up? Because it's not like a building location. It's not a theater, a plaza. It's slightly different, but adjacent to. What have we here? This has the vague sense of a compass, and that could mean north, but we have no real way of knowing which side this is, and it may not even be a compass. Hello. Not warrior, you. Something not. What do you seek, want? That's the same symbol. There was like two, and then up the stairs. How would that apply in this sentence? This is such a complex language. Not, you not. Not to you find not. I don't know what you're trying to say, sir. Not me. We. So something is not what they want. Beauty, we find. And then I need to remember to fix that. I don't believe it's devotee. So it is the same thing here. So it's like, that's not something we want. Beauty is what we want. The thing is what the servants want. And would it be like freedom? A day off? A day off, I think. So that is definitely like a concept. Why would it also be like a sign you could direct someone to? It's something that the servant class wants. It's also up these stairs. It is a complicated thing, whatever it be. It could just be up, because we're like the devotees wanted to go further up the tower. They believe that they will find God at the top, and these people do not want to go up the tower. They just want beauty. They do not care for the religious ascension. So it's like that's the only thing I can think that would mean both up some stairs and something that they desire. Keep that in mind. Is there another monkey in here? Oh my god. Flappy Bird. But all mechanical. I love it. This is so cute. And what would that mean? Like flap? Rise? Up? It only goes up. That's all the button does. So yeah, that's making kind of sense. And it could have multiple meanings too. So I would say this would be up for sure. And I love all the little hints they give you in ways that they treat you to the answer. That is so cute. Oh, a ticket? A comedy token to the theater. Something you like? Theater you go. What is this? Because the other guy asked me, the guy at the theater said, you know, comedy you like? So what would be another word that we haven't heard yet? Fun. Entertainment. Not quite sure. Oh, look at you with your cute little claps. Thank you for this. Alright, what do you have here? What's this other device? Ooh, it's quick. Quick like a bunny. That made me real sad, whatever it was. I thought that was the happiest looking face I could achieve. Doing something so very wrong. Okay. Nope. It doesn't seem to be the smiling one, nor the ooh face. Maybe it's only beards. Okay, it's the servant's mask. Got it. That's all you desire? Is that like, if you win either one, you get a comedy ticket, and they're just taking pity on me in case I'm really bad at Flappy Bird, which I am. I just got lucky. Okay. I think it's a warrior's mask. That would make sense. Alright. This, we know a couple of these. Theater with the seats. The auditorium. Plaza with the gazebo. We have not been to whatever that windmill is. I guess we could now call it windmill. And then that one is just like a road, a path. We have a couple that could be places. I would think this also has like the twirly circle windmill. This is the other sign that goes with these, the theater and the plaza. This is the other symbol we've definitely seen. And then, what would a road be? Would they consider that to be a place with a dot underneath it? Or would they consider it to be slightly adjacent? No, so that is probably up. In which case a road is perhaps a place. Let's try our two dots. No? Maybe I do not yet know the word for road. Or path. perhaps. I feel like I should be able to get those. They're lagging. So many pages behind, but I frankly haven't the foggiest. I am now in the windmill zone. I didn't label it, did I? Now that I'm in the windmill zone, which zone would that be? Let's, I guess, call it windmill, though it may just be mill, or it may be something else entirely. Ainsley. Yes, that's what I'm trying to type. Ainsley, for sure. Yeah, the color and the shape of that mask definitely remind me of a warrior's helmets. Oh, the temptation to toss in some spoilers. It's highly tempting. I hope that we will figure it out, but I love that we have the option at the ready. Okay, they've seemingly crossed out some symbol. I'm not seeing anything sparkling. Strange, that. Lovely antlers you have. To me hold. That's the one that we think is up. But why would he be saying, nope, don't put it there. Don't you do it. Stop everything you're doing. I'm going to put a label of up on this. So saying, you want to go up? What would he be saying here? To me, hold. Do something to me, or for me, and windmill you up. What you seek want, to you hold. Thank you. I think that's genuinely very, very informative. If I knew what you were saying, you seem to be the first person who's really like giving me actual directions. Windmill will take you up. I cannot seem to get into it from this side. Up, you seek want? So the way I would read that, if I had to fill in the blanks, would be like, oh, you want to go up? You must be a servant. Servant you are. So I'm wondering if that N shape, if we put in R, if that will teach us anything, or if it will just muddy the waters even more. R? Like a pirate. That one's a bit of a leap. We'll see how it pans out. I'm still just exploring new areas. We haven't even come to the end of all this. So it's like, do you want to go up? Are you holding the thing that lets you go up? Seems to be the idea. So what is the thing that I need to go up? It is defined by this sort of beautiful eye-shaped thing. Can we discern anything from its shape alone as to what it might be? We're catching on to the basics of it. What's this? To up. Ah, torch? Is it? So it's like up you want, torch you hold? Let's try that. If indeed this is to up. That seems to be what we're looking for. Give this one more try. Up you want? And I missed the rest. Torch you hold? Okay, that makes sense. Now where do we find the torch? Oh, great. Great, a brand new symbol. No, that's fine. Thanks. I got stuck forever. 2 brand new symbols. We know what one of those is, right? Like this weapon. It is, like, flipped. So it's not necessarily the correct thing, but it could be, with the dot underneath, it could be the building where there are weapons, or the building that relates to warriors. I think they're just asking you to hold them. A very, very huggy group. That could be. You hold? You hold, question mark. Yeah, I'm here for you. I'm here for you, friends. So that could have something to do with weapons. It is very, very similar. Could be like armory, arsenal. Let's not make any massive leaps. Up you want? Sarcastically? Devotee you are. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true of me. Alright, we've circled back around. So we know we need a torch, we need some way to get into the windmill. It kind of felt like that guy who was saying, you want to go up? The windmill has what you need to go up. So maybe the torch is inside the windmill area? But it felt like there wasn't a door in there. But there was a grate underneath, so like if we got back down into the sewer system, or whatever we should be calling it, we might be able to sneak in from the bottom, as they say. We do have the theater ticket, so we can go back to the theater. I feel like that's kind of pushing it a bit far without having some of the earlier phrases unlocked, so let me take another quick peek back here. I feel like I must have missed fruit in this area. It would be very nice to have a fast travel point instead of having to take the boat over there every time. So maybe I should have pressed on until we had one of those. Garrison would be good, yeah. A place involving weapons. / warriors. Alright, I think we already got everything we need out of there. The tool labels and such. We definitely can't get into the plaza from that locked door in the sewers just yet. Did we go down here? I think I backed out. No, it's because it was locked, is why. Alright. We did go in there, that's where the fast travel thing is. We solved all of the symbols on the puzzle. Shouldn't need anything else in there. Until we need to fast travel, at least. So it's like either I needed to find the fruit on the other side of the river, or I just keep missing it here. So I'm looking at only trees, because it kind of feels like you should be able to collect all of these before you move on. But maybe that's wishful thinking. We got a fruit from here. I don't think they'd put 2 in 1. This is like, yeah, fear me are. So it's like, I am scary. That seems to make sense.
Ooh.
Hello. Chosen we are. Chosen, me plural. Chosen we are. Beauty we like. Do you like beauty? That is coming together quite well. Oh my goodness. You're on a streak. A 50-month subscription streak. Thank you so much. That is amazingly kind. And yes, it is a very interesting art style. I love this. Can you spot me? It's like a Where's Waldo. You'll never find me. I was behind the tree! Ha ha! Fooled you. Hardly. Alright, how are they sounding now that we filled in? Beauty I like. Beauty I am. I am beautiful, and that is what I desire. Me. There doesn't seem to be fruit. Which makes me sad. I was really hoping we'd give that last monkey his fruit, because now he's left out. The other two are just nomming down eggplant like there's literally no tomorrow. And that last monkey's stomach is grumbling. He's... I feel really bad. Alright, everyone's making a good deal of sense. I think we got a lot of stuff locked in. The only thing I'm thinking is, like, we have this very early page. Could that lower symbol possibly be me? Which we have to find? It still seems to have an element of sadness to it. And me is already taken. Alright, then I do not know what it is. And that's fair. We did get like, right? Love or like? Fear? It is not fear. Could be any of these completely undefined symbols, of which I have quite the collection growing. It doesn't seem to be hold. There would have to be an object involved. And it doesn't seem to be like a question. I guess we could try chosen. Like the thing that I am. I will show you with both hands. So that one's still confusing me. I don't know if this could possibly be a question. It seems a little light for it. And then none of these have labels. Not even a guess. So I don't know. I think we need like a musician symbol. And maybe we'll find it at the theater. And until then, I'm just going to leave question out too. Okay. The fruit must be further along. To my great sadness and to the monkey's grumble tums, we'll continue looking on the other side of the river. I like the didgeridoo heavy thing they've got going on down here. This is nice. Make sure I can't speak with you. Sure, I feel a little rejected about it. Alright. So there was another way to get down to the sewers, and I'm forgetting what it was. We definitely can't get there through the plaza. I think it's just the staircase. The staircase in this hallway up here. That's probably our next best bet. See if we can get anywhere underground that has been locked to us. In the above world. I am so grateful for your time. This has been... I don't know why I'm struggling to find the words. This has been a wonderful, wonderful time. And I'm grateful for your kind attention. And we can also go to the theater, which we might need to do to find musician. But let's look down here first. Alright, let's go to the plaza. Maybe we can open the door from the other side if we head this away. To up. This would go to the windmill, which we do need to find an underground way to the windmill, but it seems to be closed to us. This is unlabeled, and also seems to be a dead end. An unlabeled dead end. So let's go down. There's a door on that side. Don't know how many doors they're going to allow me to open down here. I'm viciously lost now. No clue where we are. The signage quite poor. Still headed to the plaza, though. That's a good sign. to the theater. Alright, let's go the other way. I'm looking for Plaza. We'll get to the theater in our own sweet time. This is an absolute labyrinth down here, but it's very pretty. Plus a lot of cute furry critters to keep you company. Exhibit A. I mean, he's like right next to me. If I just go this way. Can I shouldn't molest the rat without permission. It's just so cute. Alright, that goes 2 up. There we are. Now we're talking. Alright, let's open this. And grab whatever they've dropped. Some sort of jewelry, perhaps? Oh, a compass. That's better than jewelry. It shares, like, the mural thing that was broken up there that we thought might be a compass, has that exact same pointer architecture, the little notches taken out of it. So this is almost certainly a compass, and we should be able to tell which one is north, and therefore fill in the other ones if we return back to that mural. The word for the compass itself. Good question. Very good question. Maybe they will tell us above, like, hey, we dropped our compass. If there's an undefined word. Let's go speak with them again. And we also have an easy way down into the sewers from this side. 2 ways forward, I will take it. I can't imagine, or I can, rather, imagine that the sewers, in all their labyrinthine glory, would be a good place to put another, fast travel point. Somewhere hidden down there. Have I gone too far? This isn't the plaza. It's on the other side of things. I got confused. We go up the stairs down here to the plaza. I do kind of feel like that pitcher carrier got us down here, and I'm very grateful, but it almost seems like something I need to be doing myself to solve a puzzle. Give me that pitcher, you! It doesn't all have to be about me. I mean, it's okay. Ah, I was expecting them to still be here. Maybe that doesn't imply the torch, then. That does look more compassy than it does torchy, doesn't it? And why would they be talking about the torch down here? So though we still may need a torch to get up, to open that door, it might be the compass that we need, that they were referring to. So let's say compass. And this journal page will tell us if we're correct, once we fill in the others. Compass? What? That's a little vulgar, in my opinion. Alright, so we just need to figure out what the news, so to speak, is, for which we can head this way. To the far end of things. Because I'm guessing the one it would be pointing at in that sculpture would be north, and everything else should fall into place after that. But we don't know which symbols apply to which. We'll try to figure it out. Based on looks alone. Blessed are the squeaky, for they shall inherit the cheese. I'm gonna put so much cheese in the sewers. As a gift. A little gift. Alright, so we still have the theater to explore, but knocking out the compass and all 4 cardinal directions should take a big chunk of our unknowns out of play, which I am desperate for. Alright, so let's assume that that is north. It's interesting to me, I was just about to say, that it, like, makes... Ah, that might be why. Trying to think of too many things. I was gonna say, it makes sense that, like, north, though not technically a place, like a building, would still have the dot underneath it, because it's very much like a location-based word. But then I was looking at this from, like, this angle, thinking, but that one doesn't have a dot underneath it. And I was like, it totally does, if it's the right way up. And so I'm kind of thinking... If the place has a dot underneath it, and that piece, that chunk, has, like, its flat side, the side that does not seem to be shattered, it seems to have been smoothed, does that one have to be north? Because the dot would have to go below. But either way, the dot would have to be below. Maybe the dot changes direction depending on the direction? So let's still assume that this is north. And we'll know pretty quickly if we're wrong. Where? Why does it hide from mine eyes? There it is. No idea why that took me so long. Alright, because that, like, always seems to follow the notched thingy. So, now we can look at the compass. And... if this is north, yeah, they totally do change. The dot changes directions. So, we have like a little big swoopy muscular H, which would be west, a sexy curvy east, and then south with the dot on top. I mean, this is probably quite shallow of me, but sexy, curvy east is probably my favorite. I'm pretty into it, actually. Okay, so south is this one. Just wait. That gives us a lot to go off of. Takes some of our complete unknowns out of play. And we possess a compass and the means to read it now for whenever that is required. To the theater! We still have plenty to explore down below. I picked, like, none of those side paths. And that's gonna get pretty complicated. Pretty fast. So let's go in here first. Hi. Comedy I do like. I do indeed. Here's a coin. I'm bribing you.
Oh.
Theater you go past. Oh, he gave me season pass tickets to the theater. Thank you.
Wow.
Up we want. Up you get, then. Get. Go on. Oh, and then you have to take the stairs? I hate these people. It's a strong word. I don't even have a symbol for it in their language. I know how to say I like these people, but I don't know how to say that yet, and so I should probably be kinder. I also have to take the stairs. At least there's some solidarity there. Hey, how do you say solidarity in chosen language? Feels like that's your last chance. If you hadn't learned up from the staircase hint earlier, it's like, come on, this means up. The elevator's going where? And I appreciate that. I'm gonna need that for other puzzles, for sure. Need that kind of pity. Okay, we can activate the show. I cannot get backstage to raid the green room for trail mix. So show it is.
Oh.
The saw he found. West he went.
Oh.
The The instrument he found, north he went. What's that? Flame?
Oh.
Compass he found, south he went. Hold on, give me 1 second. This one? Was that just flame, or was that, torch? Either way, flame will guide us in the right direction. Didn't look like a torch, it looked like just flame. Alright, please continue. Weapon he found? West he went. Am I gonna have to remember all of this? Probably, yeah. Devotee is definitely not the right word. Fear found. Didn't seem to let me check the other one. But maybe it was the same. So that seems very much like instructions for some sort of puzzle maze. Can I... Ooh, yeah! Now I can go steal some trail mixes. Something plural. That'd be like... stories? Plays? Okay, I'm so glad they've written this down for me. I wonder if there's any difference between, like, the compass he found versus when they say flame find. I think it's just because I haven't defined flame on a journal page yet. And that one has all of its pieces defined. So when I have flame, it will say, the flame he found. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't, like... I should only be following certain instructions, but I don't think that's the case. So devotee, definitely not quite right. That's, like, really out of place in this context. We have our instructions. I hope that it keeps those for us in the journal. Desperately needed. Thank you. I don't think we've got what we need for this still. But that's okay. Aha, now we're talking. Alright. Fear. Good. Would that be hold? Two buds, just holding? And then the book? Is that like the new one they just gave us? Clearly not. Because there's something here that's like plural. And there's what appears to be a stack of books. So I didn't know if that was it. But it's not. Alright, it's not flame, it's not a question. I don't think it's a devotee. Could be considered a weapon, depending on what's written inside of it. Could be any of these unknowns. And it always feels cheap to just place them in there until you get your answer. But here we go! It feels cheap. It could be one of these. It also could be one I've given a wrong guess to. Alright. Maybe we don't know it yet. We know 2 out of 3, at least. What's the word for meat hook? I'd desperately like to know. Because that's what I want you to call me. All of you, call me meat hook. Hey, brute force is a tactic, not a cheat. I appreciate that. Ah, is this the door below the theater entrance? Fast travel spot. Lovely. And another staircase. Definitely get around the candles first, but then definitely activate this before we go any further. I wonder if there's a conversation on this one. Yes. So it is between the devotees and the chosen, or at least the servant sect of the chosen. So I'm close-ish to being able to find that. I salute the man. I'm guessing that's just hello. A very fancy way of saying hello. So like hello. Chosen? Like we might already know this, but I'm just gonna wait until we have the language completed. Because we're also gonna need to flip it. Like, hello, chosen. How would they say it? Chosen, I greet. Man, I greet. Okay, this goes up. Seems to be my only option. That goes up, that goes to theater. There's something very endgamey about these doors that I'm quite excited for. I do not have any such key. Alright, so the men of the Abbey are free. What would that be? Like, free the men of the Abbey, plural, are... The dot below that makes me think that would be the Abbey, the place. So, free men of the Abbey are. So this one... Is that the whole language, too? Wow. We know everything we're ever going to know. We just have to figure out what in the hell it is. So let's say this is Abbey. And then this would be free. If I've got my syntax correct, which I could very, very likely not, and then this would just be men? Just innocent men? Just normal men? Okay, but that means like the book and the questioning glance and the musician are all things I already have. Which is not great news, because I have no clue what some of these things are. But anyway, back to this. Okay, so free the men of the Abbey are. The men of the Abbey are free. Men, plural. Men, unreadable. Okay. So the thing I need to know about this is... What is that symbol with like the little... It's a building with arrows. Does it involve warriors? A building... It could be this one. But I kind of feel like there was a thing coming up the bottom, too. Not coming up the bottom, not... But that kind of... That's like the only one that has... the arrows that I need, that I crave. There's definitely something underneath it. Why is that being so evasive? I'm looking... I'm staring deep into the text. I do not... it could be this. Could be the church. And it's just cracked in a very strange... No, it couldn't possibly be the church. It's like... the wrong direction entirely. Ah, it has a bit of warrior language, too. That's what's desperately needed. So there could be a word in devotee language for fortress that's just not applicable to us. We've never had to use it, but it is shared between both of these. So that would be fortress. That means that this swoopy H should also be fortress or... a word related to warriors, garrison, etc. Alright, let's try that. Don't have anything that would seem to apply to fortress. I hope that's okay. So that would just be warriors. The men, plural, of the fortress. Warriors. Alright. good. I was so hoping they'd give me a journal entry. What do we got here? Abbey. Fortress. Free and man/human. Free. Men. Lovely. I needed a little breakthrough there. Okay, great. Nothing else in here, seemingly. Let's continue our exploration of the Underdark. Did I come from there? I think so. So let's go up the stairs. Yes, sir, Captain Meathook, sir. Okay, Meathook. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate the respect that you've shown me. I really appreciate the respect that you have shown Meathook in this. You're the best. Okay. I do not know where I'm going. So many of these places seem to loop back into themselves, which means places that seem like new paths are, in fact, the same old paths. Don't think I didn't see you down there, you cute little rat, you. It goes to the plaza. This looks vaguely important. And new. And yet this looks vaguely familiar, and not new whatsoever. And so I'm confused. Alright, now we're back to the plaza. That's fine. That's fine, but not what we're looking for. I want to try to get to, like, the windmill area, is what I'm hoping for. And I think that's sort of vaguely eastish. Can't get in there. Less of a cistern, more of a bit of a piss turn. It's lovely. It's lovely down here. I swear. I have questions. I do have questions. That's what I'm looking for. To the windmill. Yeah. This should be brand new. All new all the time. Get ready for a spanking. Because it's brand spanking new. I'm not just threatening you with... Unless you're into that, and then... Maybe? Free! Why is that placed over the windmill specifically? We will not be oppressed by windmills. Or maybe they're just saying, like, hey, the windmill is free. Everybody gets to grind their millet. Maybe? I don't know. There seems to be some protests. Rightfully so. You can take the stairs. We're gonna guillotine the lot of yous. Unless we come to some sort of ground. So, being free, possessing freedom, is what we want. I think we've got that. But is that all? I was really hoping that the implication of this room beneath the windmill would mean that we have access to the windmill from it. But that is not the case. Therefore, maybe I just missed a door, a very obvious door to get into the windmill. Because that's like kind of the only named area we have not seen yet. And I think there was a way back to the surface over here. Let's just get back up there and check. I could still very easily be missing some sewer rooms. But we'll find them eventually, I'm sure. Locked. On all sides. Whoop. Alright, I think it was here. that will get me back to the basement? Nope. It was here that will get me back to the basement. Good, good. Thought I was going to be stuck down there in the golden hue for all time. Okay. Go check the windmill out again. Did we learn anything new? Would be good to know what this is. It's something that can be pluralized, so somethings we are. Drunkards. I hate to assume. I'm off of context clues. Happy? Happies. Has to be plural. I don't know what that implies. Shit-faced. We are. I like it. Okay, so it's this one. Do we have anything like friends? Friends we are? That would be plural. How can I have every word and not know what a book is? That seems like a massive oversight, and I'm ashamed of myself. I should know what a book is by now. This does kind of look like someone holding a book, like flat in front of them. And then if this is friends, rather than, is it like that we've got it in now? Hold. It could be friends rather than hold. Remove that, and try this. It's not friends. Okay. Okay. Friend, plural. So I have no idea what that one is. We're going to have to find, like, the context when that was used, because we're so close now. We should be able to figure just about everything out. There's just a couple that are being very stubborn. And weirdly, like, if I've unlocked every symbol, why do I seem to be missing some requisite journal pages? I still have no idea what a road would be. What would a road be? Up? Maybe the road is just going up. Does feel like it should almost have a dot underneath it, or related to it. Roads we are! Path, not to. Like path to the theater, path to the windmill. That would make sense. Alright, good. Small progress. Small progress in our locational information. So, anything else we can knock out here? It still seems like it has to be some sort of question, concept. That one has been very troublesome for quite a while now. I mean, it could just be man. Like, it doesn't... If all chosen are defined by the fact that they play instruments, as evidenced by the warriors being like, you don't play instruments, therefore you are not chosen. Could it just be man? Or did we already define what a man is? Because I'd like to know. If we've defined it, I have no idea if we have already. Yes, we have defined what a man is. Rats. It was a good thought. No clue. Not a clue. We obviously have all the component parts. The devotee might be throwing us off a bit. And that could apply to something like this. Like the folks who are in the shadows, touching their lips with jealousy at the rich. Versus the chosen, with their instruments, their sick little dance moves and such. Who are, as we said, defined by their holding of instruments. Greetings, question, and bard. That's what they call themselves. Not chosen, but bards. Makes a lot more sense. Alright, we're getting there. So beauty, yes, very, very probably. Like, very probably. Fear is used on a further page, and I'm pretty sure it's better suited there. Be. So it is piratey. We be friends. Okay, great. Now what about that fear page? Finally have enough information to kind of start working through this. A book holds information. Not sure if that means anything. Since those two singing and laughing are saying this, let's keep that there. Monster, book, and brother. We're brothers. Lovely. Brothers we are. Arr. My brother I love. It is a classic shanty. Brothers we are, my brother I love. Now we're really making progress. Is that all of my thingies, though? So we only have, like, one symbol in the entire language that is undefined. And once we see the journal page for it, I'm sure it will be quickly resolved. So, I need a torch to get into the thing. The windmill holds the torch, potentially. Let's get to the windmill and find... Now it's open? You're gonna play me like that? This whole time I spent searching the piss turn? Just for you to... No, but I'm grateful. Thank you. Let's see if this has changed. Up, you want? Path me hold. Alright, this is where that is used. So something we... I see that statue is like holding the torch there. And it's sparkling. So that's what we need. What would he be saying? Something we... Windmill, you go up. Flame, you seek want. Then the path you will hold. I don't know what that means yet, but maybe we'll find a journal page in the windmill that will help us. Alright. That upper path looks a bit ankle crunchy. I'm looking forward to it. Follow us? Yeah, I like that. Like, follow this. Follow us. That was way too late, but they took pity on me. My head! And the rest of me also. I'm gonna need to look for a specific break in that last one, which is going oh so fast. Instead of just hoping for the best. Alright, you got a specific break? There's also like two moving in tandem with each other. Moving right in Tandy Newton. Phenomenal actress. Folded my ass like an accordion. It definitely did. Okay. We have our torch. We have our compass. Up we seek. Oh, nice. Officers? I suppose you were looking for a torch by any chance. Okay, up to the peak of the mountain. Flame. And... This doesn't necessarily seem to be holding. This seems to be the opposite of holding. So maybe it is our undefined play. Ascend and fire. Lovely. 3 left. Fire, did you find? Certainly did. Devotee you be. Not path me hold not. Devotee ascend be greetings. I guess greetings is also goodbye in that case. Greetings and goodbye. They don't care to ascend. They only care for beauty. And music and comedy. In that order. Comedy third, I always say. I know from looking at me, you'd probably think beauty came last in that list, but nope. Nope, it's comedy. Okay, here we go. We are on the very cusp of finishing the chosen language, and then we can go back and translate between the chosen and the devotees. I'm looking very forward to it. Pop this in. Spooky, and yet delightfully lit. Should we match? Yes, let's match. Aha. So, compass. And then saw we find. Let's go back to these play instructions. Not back to the devotee language, but to the play instructions. Okay. Devotee Bard. Ascend, Devotee Bard. Once. The saw he found, west he went. Saw he found, west. How does this tell me? Oh, yeah, put it on north. There you go. And then go west. I forgot how a compass worked for a second. I was like, what? It always points the way you point it. Where do we go? That is assuming that north is, in this universe, the cardinal compass direction, or the primary. I don't know what I'm saying. But let's try this way. Alright. Then, instrument he found, making sense so far. North he went. It does change. I'm glad I didn't just I was about to be like, I guess we go back where we came from. The compass changes quite significantly here. Down? One assumes. The flame. The fire he found. Just make sure. Yes. Just make sure I'm caught up. The fire he found, east he went. East. The compass. South. This is such a cool little puzzle. I love it. Alright, so that way is south. It's a little diagonally upwards, but I'll take it. Got me scared for a second there. Weapon. West he went. Perfect. We made it. And, ooh, our reward is delicious bones. Come on, suck the marrow out of these bad boys. Sorry, I got hungry. Where'd you go? I saw him walk off my screen this way, but now when I look over, I don't see anything but coats. It's almost as though the terrors in this world are contained to my screen. But that can't be the case. It's very dark in here, and I feel unsafe and shivery. But he's sucking the marrow out with his pinky up because he's a fucking gentleman. Hi. You look like you have an inflamed... Oh, you don't like light, do you? Strange considering your body is made up of some of that. Alright. Stay in the light. If at all possible. Oh, you want to eat me so bad. You want a chunk of this, ass. Am I going to be safe down here? Since we're separated by a nice swath. Ah, lovely. I will take it. You broke the other lever in your little tantrum party, didn't you? Having a little TP. Alright. Oh, now I'm sneaking. I be sneaking. So there's a door on the far side. There's also a lever, which seems to be a much more dangerous option. Over there. Almost went for it, but then that would have been right in his line of sight. Okay. Don't go all the way. Ah, I hit the wrong button. Just wanted to crest the corner, but I decided to just haul ass across the room in my loudest possible boots. Just around the corner. There you go. Let's keep it civil. Okay, so I can get out of here, but there's obviously more to yank. Let's call it. Just try... No. It's fair. It's fair what you did to me. Maybe I can distract him with a little thonking. A little soft thonk in the afternoon time. I should have just run straight over there instead of getting stuck on the coins or gravel or whatever this is. Alright, donk. And then just run your fantastic ass off. Ooh, okay. Alright. So we still have that door to inspect. Let's not forget about it, in case this ends up being a progress path. But I hope it won't be. I would dearly love for it not to be a progress path. Dear God! He's a-coming. That's fun. That's a fun thing to see. Just gonna... Excuse me. Just gonna... He's right behind me, isn't he? Okay, so this just leads back out here. All good. All we need to worry about is the guy running full speed towards us in the dark. It's not that much to worry about when you think about it. So the lever is broken, which would assumedly raise this. There's another panel above that door, so maybe I need to, like, find a lever and just slam it shut on him before he reaches me. See if there's a lever anywhere. Oh, Lord, he coming. Really? At a time like this? Oh, perfect. Perfect dramatic tension builder. Alright, that hatch is still closed. On we go. Heavy breathing is a bit much, sir. This is not a language I know. Aha, scientist language. Now we're talking. What do these things mean? I better not go throwing levers and pushing knobs until I'm sure. Ah, lovely. Fast travel spot. We haven't gotten the Bard language. I couldn't remember what they called themselves. The Bard language, fully resolved though. What journal page could we be missing? Because this seems to be now eking into the scientist area. Ah, there's something written down there. Push this. push it. Or pull it. That's fine, too. Feels like you just did that to spite me, but okay. Seeking you are. Found we have. Ah, so is that Bard language and then scientist language. Do scientists also adopt the Yoda sequencing? Or are we assuming they're going back to normal? That's a rude way of saying it. I'm sorry, Yoda. Normal sequencing? So it could be like you are seeking and you are found. The only one that's in common? Found we have, seeking you are. I was gonna say, like, in scientist language, this little middle symbol, the circular thing, is shared between the two statements. So would that be like you and we? Or is it have and are that are shared? I'm gonna guess it's have and are. Because that seems more similar than you and we. You and we seem to have to be distinct. So if this is are, there we go, then this would be you, and the very complicated one would be seeking. Yoy! Yoyer seeking. I'm not sure if you knew that. Let's just say seek. Keep it simple. So, you are seek. Maybe I kept it too simple. And we, with the cross, found, with the slightly less complex. I don't know if this is the right sequence. Maybe they do something similar to the bards. But we'll try it. Found. You are seeking, we are found. It's a starting point. Alright. I need to know a plural, eh? That changes things. But there's enough to fill it in with what we already have. I don't think I've seen a plural. Let's go you, me, or we. Ah, the we would be the plural. We. So much plural. So what was different about that would imply plurality? I don't know. And I don't know if I have the symbol for it, because the only other ones I have are from the dials here. But this R is not used, so maybe that implies plural, and I'm quite foolish. I'll take it. That's all we need. Just making it more complicated than it had to be. Alright, so we have our first little tickle of scientist language. I'm ever so grateful. How the hell do we get the final symbols here? Where am I missing these? These are all filled in. Strange. Like, we know what they are, so we could still translate between the two cultures. I just want to have the full language defined. And I don't know what I haven't inspected that would have given me a journal page. All right, let's see if we can get this to work. Oh, that last monkey, right? We never found the fruit. Where is the fruit? I think you're absolutely correct. All right, let's go here. Because there is a dot. And then we will go fruit hunting. I don't know how I've continued to miss it so desperately. But since we know what these mean, let's try without even having the completed language. Let's be naughty. Let's be bad. I salute the man. So that would be... I don't know how in the strangeness of the Bard language, hello would come in. It seems to be like the man I hello. The man I hello. The man I greetings. So let's say no remembrance whatsoever of what the symbol for human is. There it is. One of the last I checked. So man, and then me. The individual I refer to as I. Me. Greetings.
Oh.
I salute the man. Men we are not. Free we are not. Oh no. So the devotees would want to hear that as, we are not men, we are not free. So, would that be two me's for a plural we? What a weird thing to say. Two me's for a plural we, anybody? I think so. It's been a while since we've devoted. We are there's the not I'm going to need. What is like the are? It's not even like a hold kind of concept. I'm trying to remember what we would have used in this position. I don't think make or create is quite right. I'm just circling around and around. We want... Because it's like... not men I can put in, but I need a third symbol. And it would have to be... There's nothing in that line that does it. How else could you say that? Men we are not. Seek or want is like the closest conceptually that I can think of, but that's not quite right. Men, you see not. Men, even though we look like men, you see not that. I am missing something very obvious. We... Maybe the man is also plural? And therefore needs two symbols? Is that what I'm missing? Yeah, men is also plural, obviously, in retrospect. So we don't need the R, we just need... We, not men. Free. We are not, so we are not free. It should be the same pluralized... We not free.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Abby is free. On Friday night? Well, I'd love to go out for a fancy dinner or something. Come to the Abbey. Abby is free. So free be Abbey? That'd be how they say it. Free be Abbey. If I didn't have to figure out what every individual word is from scratch every time, it would go a lot quicker. Free be Abby. Not quite. Abby is free. Is B not quite right? So sorry, my typical workday alarm is going off, but it's anything but a typical workday. So, free and Abby, obviously correct. Maybe the sequence is wrong and it is also B, but is there any other thing that could work there? Like just an is. Okay, it's gotta be those same symbols but in a different configuration. Abby is free. We tried free be Abby, right? Maybe it's be free Abby? Or free be. I'm getting confused now. I have no idea what we tried. Let's try be. This doesn't sound right. This isn't quite the right context. Free. So, is free Abby? Not correct. They're saying Abby is free. We tried free be Abby, but maybe I just fat-fingered it. That's what I would assume it should be. Abby is free. How else could we say it? I've tried that a couple of times. Let's just say Abby be free. Free be Abby. Definition of insanity. Making sure we have those both covered. Free Abby be. That's the one. Free the Abbey is. That's the way Yoda would say it. Alright, come to Abby. This got very complicated. 4 symbols. One of them might be pluralized, like you all come Abby. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of what, like, there's gotta be another way to say this. I'm trying to figure out what the equivalent of come is, and I didn't want to be in this position. Go or pass to Abby. It's probably there. Closest. So go. The thing that's giving me pause is like the pluralized symbol at front. I forget what the little 2-fingered hand is. Is that like you? So like you plural come to Abby. So you plural come Abby. There is no to. Therefore it would have to translate to a pluralized like no, I can't start with you. Remove this. Also, I have a compass. I'm just bragging. Let me just get rid of that. I can't think of how they would say it. Because it's like go or pass. Abby, go to. Abby, you come. Abby, you go. Abby, you, everybody, go. Now we're talking. That is so much fun, but so weird, like, to get your head in the right space for. Something has changed in the tower. Thank you for watching me slowly lose my mind. There you are. Hi. I don't know why I'm looking down here. Thank you for watching me slowly lose my mind. So we have 2 connections between cultures now. Lovely. Something has changed. Assuming back at the Abbey, we might be able to see some bard servant folk having a rest for once, finally. Okay, so monkey fruit. Monkey fruit is our only goal. Where in the hell be monkey fruit? I don't think we need to worry about the sewer. Please go up the stairs. I'm about to cry. And I always forget we have this, like, hint button. This is what I should have been using during the entire search for fruit. We should be able to look at every screen to see which tree has a interaction point. And it doesn't cost anything. We could have been doing that the whole time. I was just being an asshole about it, I guess. So hopefully this will go a little quicker. Oh no. Your typical morning alarm went off in the wee hours and you are not well pleased. You've never thrown your phone, but you've certainly considered it. Certainly this morning. I'm so sorry. It's always such a shame when the excitement for a day off has built and built, and surely nothing could stand in the way of my joy. At this day, like, I forgot to turn the goddamn alarms on. You've stood in the way of my joy. I'm so sorry. Alright. Seems like a likely candidate for fruitage. But I see nothing. No fruitage. Fair enough. Alright, we'll check back on our way to the plaza then. We're so desperately close to having this language completed, and then I guess that will be the end of our session for the day. Though I'm loath to wait an entire, though slightly reduced, work week to play with you all again. I will be patient and play with you all as soon as I can. It's starting to sound weird, but I'm very excited. This has been a privilege and a real breath of fresh air. With the translation puzzles, I've loved this. Just what I've been needing. Alright. It's gonna be, when we finally find it, it's gonna be in the most obvious location ever. And had I the flexibility, I would be kicking myself. Kicking myself about it. Does not seem to be in the plaza. Which was our whole original thought process. It was like, I don't think it would be this far. I think it would be in monkey territory. But we searched monkey territory at least twice, and quite poorly it seems. It's right. If I had the flexibility, I would be. Oh my god! It's right in front of the monkey. It's fine. I'm past it. We're moving on, and in 6 to 8 years, I will forgive myself for this. Here's some fruit. I'm sorry I made you wait so long while your buddies snacked. Oh yeah, he was pretty pissed at me. The way he ate that fruit was like, it's about goddamn time. Beauty, the bard's love. Weapons, the warrior's love. Something. Warriors, plural B. Interesting. Is that like foolish? It's not a word for a type of person like a class, a bard kind of thing, or warrior. It's just you guys are idiots because you don't like beauty. What an interesting thought process. Caribasass and idiot. The bard's language has some naughty swears. But we have completed it, finally. Yes. Sully my robes with your delicious runecraft. It's my favorite part of the day. So, quickest way to get back. There is a fast travel point in here. In this little side room. That will take us back to scientist territory, and we will leave it there. But first, since we're already in a fast travel point, Abby. I mean, we gotta get a peek, right? Right? This way? Trying desperately to remember. This could be the wrong way entirely. That's the church, but the abbey is like separate from back here. Though they could have just nope, don't join the parade. You are not a young boy, and your father has not taken you into the city to see a marching band. Oh. Not only is it not the party I was expecting, but they're still all up in arms about my presence here, despite everything I've done for them. Alright, I'm gonna go check the church then. You jerks. I do wonder if outside, just outside. Just trying to sneak to your grains. Oh, hi. Hi. You already thought about... Oh, this is exactly where I wanted to be. Thank you. You've thrown me out and satisfied my every whim. Because you were quite handsy when you did it. Psst, 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 psst. Okay, I guess clearly they're not at the Abbey. And I was wrong to even think so. Let's go check the church. Or maybe just the main town square? You guys hanging out? I think that's one of them. The non-bard bards. I still want to check. I was like, oh, well, we stumbled into one. Let's just leave. But no, I still want to check. I will, however, just scoot right on past that little thing again. And happily so. Oh! I feel foolish. This is the other ground floor one I have been so desperately looking for. And what language are you trying to translate between? Scientist language. So there was another... We could have seen the scientists a lot earlier than we did. I think there's one in, like, the warrior zone, too, that needs translation. To the scientists. But there's also one right here. And that's fantastic. We don't know nearly enough about scientist language to even think of it. But now go to the other one. Skirt around the stealth section. And we'll check the church. And if nothing is there, I'll leave and forget this whole fool's errand. And that'll be fine. Monkey business completed. Yeah! Yeah! hanging out with folks. This is lovely. Look at all that fruit. Oh, they brought fruit for the poor man. I'm not gonna cry. I promised myself. I'm just so glad. And the kitty gets some fruit, I hope. Hope the kitty gets some fruit. Let's check inside. You guys exchanging cultures in here? You guys swapping spit in the church? No? And that seems a little rude. I mean, we have guests. Not even gonna swap a little spit? Alright, so they are here. They have made it. They have brought fruit. They are playing our expensive card games. And I could not be happier. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will just get us back to our furthest point, and then I am going to go find something warm to eat, as it has been a long day without the victuals, trapped in the recording closet as I've been. But this was well worth a little longer being trapped. You could go back and laugh at the bards being all pathetic and sad. It's true. Ha! I've taken your water carriers and your elevator lever pullers and freed them. And there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so I don't know what this is. This almost seems like a numerical sequence. Like 1, 2, but then it gets a little more complicated. From there. It could be 1, 2, and then with the crossbar between them, 3, and then this would be... I don't quite know. I don't quite know. Maybe we can just find out. Maybe this will tell us the sequence. Grab it and push. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Certainly. And 5. Let me, before I forget everything I've learned, I'm just going to do it with numbers. Numbers are so quick to type. 1, 2, 3. If I'm remembering right. 3, 4, 5. Perfect. That's great. We haven't had any numerical elements in the languages, but of course scientists would require such things. Beautiful. Just gonna give a little sneaky peek, and then I promise I'll leave. I promise I'll go eat. Thank you for your time. I love you guys. I hope it's a wonderful rest of the day. And I'm sorry for those of you that are returning to work tomorrow. And I'm sorry if you didn't even get today off, and if you've already returned to work. I hope that the weekend, or any day off, in which you can relax and ply yourself with grapes and the cool breeze of a palm frond, is close at hand. I forget how I even started that sentence to know if that made any sense, but we'll play it back. Oh god, I'm filled with curiosity, but don't. Stop looking. I am filled with curiosity for Scientist Town. This is so cool. Thank you guys. I will talk to you again soonish. Bye for now.